based in Washington, D.C. at the embassy from 2010 to 2017. Of course, we had a lot of engagements with many think tanks and the cultural and educational associations, and the Asia Society was big. Every time when we had the head of delegations, ministers, and other high-ranking officials visiting, we would grab every opportunity to engage with the Asia Society. Well, first and foremost, we have, in fact, Korea in, over 120,000 Korea in, or you call them Korea Saram. They are part and parcel of Kazakh society, and they are our fellow citizens. They are, in fact, ethnic Koreans, so living in Kazakhstan, and they're building the bridges of connecting our two countries, and they are playing that role. And also they are the high-ranking officials, they are public figures, and they are doing their part to make our home better, more prosperous. We have over 45,000 Kazakh citizens working here and living for long term. We have very similarities. We have similar genes. We look the same. We have very much similarities, and also family values, and I can see that there are many similarities here. Last year, our trade relationship has more than doubled. So the Korea now for us is the fourth largest trade partner, and Korea today is sixth largest investor for Kazakhstan. So these things are coming up beautifully because of this very much close relationship between people and two people, between our two countries. Well, mostly the world is becoming virtual now, so it should be IT, AI, robotics, and the Internet of Things, and the smartphones, and there are lots of things that we can do together, because in Kazakhstan we have a talent, you also have a talent, but in addition to that, you have big companies like Samsung and many others who are the leaders in smartphones all over the world. So this is one of the pillars of our economic engagement. Your Hyundai company, Hyundai and Kia, they are building plants in Kazakhstan to produce passenger cars, and yeah, there are lots of things that we are doing. And also Kazakhstan is #1 uranium supplier in the world, so we supply uranium here. We supply oil and gas and many other products, raw materials mostly, but it's good for our trade. The chocolate that we just tasted it's called Rahat chocolate. It's a symbol of Kazakh-Korean friendship. In fact, it's jointly produced by Korean and Rahat, and a Kazakh company. I mean, Lotte has taken over the Rahat chocolate factory, and now it's done together. So it's there's a symbolism in it. The secret is that all the ingredients and everything comes high quality, fresh, and it's a very beautiful thing to produce together. Definitely Golden Triangle, we call it. It's Almaty, Astana, covering Chimkent to the south, because Almaty is a former capital city. It has very pleasant nature, and also it's beautiful. We have mountains. Astana is a brand new capital city, so of course it has its own charm. And why Chimkent or Turkestan to the south? It's because it's part of the Silk Road. So ancient Silk Road went through these cities, and it's totally beautiful. When you go there, you can see the things are different, atmospherics are different, and it's beautiful colors and beautiful food and culture and everything. Of course, Kazakhstan is world's 9th largest country. Its territory is vast, yeah. So we have mountains, we have steppes, and we have everything there. Yeah. Already for the half of this year, the number of Korean travelers has tripled, and we have like 11 flights a week connecting Almaty and Seoul, which is a big, and it's playing a great role in building bridges and enhancing people-to-people ties between our two countries. So the plan for us is even increase the frequency of those flights, and add, in addition to that, Astana and Seoul should be also connected by the flight. So we'll see how it goes, but we're very optimistic because it's good for our economy, good for our people-to-people ties, and also the flights by themselves are full. Now the airplanes are loaded by passengers, so it's time to increase the frequency. It's just market economy in action. Recently, my president spoke and he addressed the nation. It's called the State of the Nation Address, and he highlighted the major economic areas for his major priority, which is called economic course of just Kazakhstan. So there he highlighted many areas, for example, announcing a referendum on building a nuclear plant in Kazakhstan, or building IT and AI, and also in attracting the banks and attracting new investors and technologies. So agriculture, there are many areas he highlighted. All of these areas, when you project it to our bilateral agenda, it comes very naturally for us that we should work on and focus on those areas. And similarly, we have C5+1 platform, which is growing very well. C5 meaning Central Asian 5 countries, +1, we call it sometimes plus K because K stands for Korea, so C5+K. And that's also coming up very well. Recently, Speaker Koshanov visited, Speaker of the Parliament here, and he met with his counterparts and the Prime Minister. That was the parliamentary dimension of C5+K meeting. And also just recently we had the Minister of Interior visiting here, Yerzhan Sedenov, and he also visited. He had a very good meeting with his counterparts and attended the International Police Summit. And my president met with the President of Korea in New York recently during the United Nations General Assembly, and they have had a very important meetings and highlighted the pathways for us to work together. So these are major areas of cooperation, and we enjoy this enhanced strategic partnership with Korea, which means that we support each other bilaterally, both multilaterally, and also there are many things that we can do together. So it's not just one or two areas. So what our aim is just to advance and promote all the agenda items together in cooperation with our Korean friends, be it political dialogue or economic engagement, attracting investment and technologies, and promoting tourism, cultural exchanges, educational exchanges, people-to-people ties. These are the things that we are working together with Korean friends. We hosted, of course, Expo 2017, and its theme was Future Energy. Since then, we have received a lot of impetus to focus on green technologies, energy efficiency, smart waters, caring for Mother Nature, caring about our environment. So at the philosophical level, already population is changing its attitude towards using the resources, mineral resources, and using also the alternative energy, not just oil and gas, but also using the wind power, etc. So mostly our work at this point is attracting green technologies, and wherever possible with the Europeans and with Americans, also with the South Koreans. So We have the separate ministry. It's called the separate Ministry of Environment, and in cooperation with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we are working to promote our cooperation with our partners in green economy. Well, it's right after I graduated from the university, so I was invited to join the Foreign Service, which I happily accepted. Since then, I'm with the Foreign Service, and it just gives me personally a sense of joy and happiness, and being part of something big and beyond yourself, and serving your nation is just a great source of happiness. So proudly serving our nation wherever we are, and it's always good to promote, because Kazakhstan has its multi-vector foreign policy. It's a peace-loving nation. So wherever we do, it's very good for us to be part of, and whatever we do, we promote the common cause, greater cause of peace and sharing, good positivity. Even we have Congress of World Religions, where religious leaders they share and discuss many issues, and share and spread the words of love, affection, and despite our differences, we should be living in this turbulent time together as part of one humanity. So there's no time for wars or conflicts or anything. So we at Kazakhstan, we want to be a voice of reason, and calling our partners to be part of 21st century, living in peace and harmony. We don't think that it's time for war. Better, we should be taking little steps that is building confidence and trust, so that we can generate a goodwill and generate a good trust, so that we can overcome our differences and spread the message of living and coexisting peacefully in the 21st century.